Welcome to this quick guide to mind mapping, where we are going to have a look at what we think is the most powerful learning tool ever devised. When our teams share this with students they work with, the response is always amazing. If you've ever been to one of our events, you'll have seen them take just a couple of minutes to share a mind map with the audience and then test how much they can remember. Their recall of it is staggering, not only right away, but also hours and even days later. The look of complete and utter surprise on the audience's faces when they see the equivalent of how much text they just remembered is a sight to behold. And it works with students of any age, whether they are 6, 16 or even 60. So we are very excited by mind mapping, and hopefully you will be too after watching, because here's what we're going to cover in this video. You'll discover exactly what a mind map is and why it works. You will also discover the 7 simple steps to creating your very own mind maps. And we will reveal the 5 most effective ways to use mind maps to get even better results. So, what is a mind map then? Well, it is a visual representation of thoughts and ideas. They could be your thoughts or the thoughts of someone else that uses keywords, colour and images organised around a central idea. There are main branches radiating out from the central idea that are like the main headings, and then from those main branches radiate out smaller, thinner sub-branches that represent the detail of the topic. Here is an example of one from maths. Here's another one about geography. And what about this one about learning French? So, how do you create your own mind maps? Well, here is our 7-step method to mastering mind maps. Step 1. Start by turning your paper landscape. Now, the reason is your vision has a wider width and not quite so deep a depth. So by turning your page with the longest side closest to you, the paper is naturally aligned to the widescreen format of your vision. In step 2, in the centre of the page, draw an image that represents the topic or purpose of the mind map. Make it big, make it bold, and make it as unique as you can. Now in step 3, you want to add the main topics or key ideas to your mind map by drawing main branches that radiate out from the central image. And on those branches you can either place a keyword or key image that summarises the main topic or idea. We use single keywords to allow the flow of associations, and we use images because we think in images. Also, a picture speaks 1,000 words, meaning an image can convey more information far more efficiently and effectively than lots of writing. And step 5, to expand the mind map and develop our topic, we then use smaller sub-branches to add the detail. Again, each sub-branch has its own keyword or image. In step 6, we use different colours for different branches because it makes the mind map more interesting to look at. It stimulates more of our brain than if it were drawn in one colour. It allows us to easily distinguish between different parts of the mind map, which will help us in our recall of it, and to be quite honest, it's much more fun using colour. And finally, step 7, the mind map is drawn with the branches radiating out from the central image. The more high-level key ideas are going to be closer to the central image, and the further out you go, the more detail you will encounter. And so, in summary, in step 1, you turn your paper landscape. Step 2, draw your central image. Step 3, draw your main branches. Step 4, add keywords and images. Step 5, add sub-branches. Step 6, use different colours. Step 7, you radiate out from the centre. But before we can look at what you can apply mind mapping to, let's deal with the biggest obstacle people think will stop them from using mind maps. I can't draw. Now, when asked to draw a mind map, many folk freeze at the thought of putting pen to paper and trying to create something. Well, the great news is you don't have to be an artist to create a mind map. You already have all you need, because if you can write, then you can create a mind map. If you can make a mark on your paper that looks like a circle, or a square, or a triangle, or a straight line, or a wavy line, then that's all the artistic skills you need. Here's a man. Here's a woman. Here's a house. What about a king? Now remember, the mind map is for your benefit and no one else's. So if you know what your little sketch is meant to be, then that's all that's necessary. So now let's have a look at the top 5 ways you can use mind mapping for even better results. Now, in at number 5, for planning, preparing and developing any presentations you have for audiences of any size, is a great way of using mind maps. Use a mind map to capture your initial ideas and explore the options of things you can talk about. Then create a second mind map, pulling together just the key ideas you want to share with your audience. And finally, use this mind map when you present to remind you of what you're going to say and the order you're going to say it in. For extra effect, you could even give your mind map out afterwards as a handout for those who've listened to you speak. Now, at number 4 is helping you understand the difficult or complicated topic. Gather what you know about the topic on a mind map and look to get it all on one page. By choosing the different branches for the mind map and selecting images and keywords, you'll be thinking about and organising your own thoughts on the topic, which will help you keep track and enhance your understanding of it. Now at number 3, we have problem solving. Use a mind map to capture in detail everything you know about the problem you're trying to solve. As you gather all of the detail of the problem, ideas and potential solutions may come to mind. Capture them on the mind map as they surface. Then once you've captured everything you know about the problem, brainstorm different ideas to solve it and capture those thoughts on a new mind map. Generate lots, and I mean lots of ideas. Explore each one, perhaps scoring them as you do, and use another branch of your mind map to capture the best ideas to take forward. Now at number 2, we have using mind mapping to plan your essays. No one likes to write an essay, and staring at a blank screen or a blank piece of paper is something you can avoid if you use mind mapping. Use a mind map to brainstorm all of the key ideas you could write about. Then on a new mind map, organise those ideas into logical headings where a main branch is a heading and its sub-branches are the key ideas for that heading. Before you start writing, simply sequence the order you want the ideas to appear in under each heading by numbering them. Then all you need to do is write a sentence or two about each keyword or idea. 5 main branches with 10 keywords on will give you between 50 and 100 sentences. That's between 500 to 1,000 words. And finally, at number 1, we have using mind maps revision and exam preparation. Now, many students rewrite out their notes over and over again as a way to learn it and remember them. Instead of doing that, use a mind map to summarise your written notes. Now, doing this will increase your understanding and memory of your notes because you have to think harder about your topic in order to summarise and organise the headings and ideas. You will also create a perfect summary of your subject you can use to help test your recall and condition information into your long-term memory. For an added boost to help keep you on top of your subjects over each term, create a master mind map of the whole topic using a huge piece of paper. If you regularly review your master mind map, you can keep the information fresh in your mind for as long as you want. So mind mapping is something we strongly recommend to students of any age who want to get better results without working any harder. It works really well because it mirrors the way our brain works. It's extremely efficient, it's stimulating to the brain, it forces us to think far more effectively just by using it, and it's a lot more fun than just black and blue ink on lined paper.